So I'm 23 and I've made over $1 million selling information through the internet. And I didn't do it through running a bunch of different ads to a lot of different funnels, super complicated systems, building an appointment setting team, or any of that crap that you hear online. I actually did it through such a simple system that some people might even call me stupid for it. But in reality, from my experience, simple is what actually works and scales. And the reason why you might not be at that point yet where you want to be with your digital product business is because you are simply overcomplicating everything. And it's not your fault, because everybody online is telling you all these different systems that you need to be using and these super fancy terms. But the reason they are telling you all of that is because they are trying to sell you their solution, right? When in reality, oftentimes making money online is just stupidly simple. So in this video, I want to give you a guide to actually getting started with selling your knowledge online and making a business out of that. I've had basically two different types of digital product businesses. One of them was a low-ticket product that was helping video editors or aspiring video editors with learning the skills of editing. And I had a high-ticket product which was helping content agency owners to get more clients and scale their businesses. And both of them have done multiple six figures in revenue, and collectively across the two of them, I've made over $1 million. So the first question that we should be asking if you want to make money monetizing your knowledge is, why do people buy informational products? And in my experience, people don't buy these because of the information, they buy it because they want a transformation. And there is a very clear difference between the two. If you just want information, you can go on Google, you can go on ChatGPT and get all the knowledge that you need in the world. But the reason why people pay money for knowledge is because they are after a specific transformation. Maybe they want to lose weight, maybe they want to have a better relationship, maybe they want to learn a specific skill set. It doesn't really matter what transformation you are delivering, but it should be super clear where are people at in your target audience who you want to sell to, and where do they want to go to, right? Where do they want to get to with their skill set or their life? And the bridge between these two situations should be your product. And whether it's a high ticket product or a low ticket product, it should take people from A to B. And most beginners who start out in this space, they don't have that super clearly defined. They don't know who is their target audience and what their target audience really wants. So that's the first thing that you should really take some time to think about. And don't worry, we will get to that in a second as well. All right, now the next question is high ticket or low ticket. Again, I have tried both of them, and my personal experience is that if you are simply just trying to make money right now, enough so that you can go full-time with your business and make a good living out of it, high ticket is generally speaking a lot easier to achieve that than low ticket. And the reason why is because with low ticket, you need to have an insane amount of traffic to your brand and to your landing pages in order to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. Whereas with high ticket, you don't need as much traffic, you don't need as many views. If you are just providing, again, a super valuable transformation, you can charge $3,000, $5,000, maybe even $10,000 for a more in-depth program, and then you only need a couple of sales a month in order to be able to go full-time with this. So I'm not telling you that you shouldn't do low ticket or that it doesn't work, because there is tons of businesses making a ridiculous amount of money with low ticket products. But if you don't have a huge audience yet, but you do have a valuable skill set that you are helping people with, I would personally suggest you to go the high ticket route, because it's a lot easier to make it work economically. But if you are maybe not confident enough yet, or you're not sure enough that your skill is that valuable, you can of course start out with low ticket. It's easier maybe to make a couple of sales, get your confidence up, and then you can transition to high ticket later. But because high ticket is where I made still the majority of the money that I've made in this space, I will talk more about that in this video. If you want to learn more about low ticket as well, I'm also happy to cover that in the future. Here's how an actual high ticket online information business works if we break it down to its very simple core ingredients. So the first part is, obviously you need to have an offer. So you should know who you are helping and what are you helping them with and how are you getting them that result. So first define those three things. And then after that, the way it works is basically you need to get traffic Now, whether you're getting that from organic content, like what I'm doing right now, or if you are doing it with paid ads, it doesn't really matter, but you need to get traffic, and then you get that traffic usually onto either a landing page or directly into the DMs on Instagram, for example. Then you get them to a booking page where people can book in a strategy call, which is basically a free call where you talk with the prospect about their problems and see if your solution would be a good fit for them. And then after they actually booked in that call, you should be sending them nurturing pre-call messages and emails to get them into a state of wanting to buy by the time that they are on the call. And even your content should be doing a lot of that, by the way. After that, you have the actual strategy call or sales call with them. You collect payment, and then you give them access to the client portal, the coaching calls, and the materials, and help them actually achieve the transformation that they are after. All of the extra stuff is just noise. I'm not saying that there isn't any use case to those more advanced strategies, but it's really just these couple of things. And what I would personally recommend you as well, to make your job just way easier, is to use one software solution. I personally use GoHighLevel in my business because it's amazing. Like, you can literally just replace all the tools that you would need to pay for with one single subscription. You can build your landing page in GoHighLevel. You can have your CRM, basically your back end of the business, in that software, GoHighLevel. You can have your client portal created where they can access all the different videos, the coaching calls, everything in there. You can even create your booking page, your calendar with GoHighLevel. You can take payments with GoHighLevel. So literally everything that you need to make this business work, you can unlock with just one software. And it's also going to be a lot easier for you to master it because you can just really focus on learning one software well instead of using 15 different solutions. Now let's talk about your niche for a second before we would go any further, because I'm sure some of you might be thinking, I don't know what my niche should be. So in terms of picking a niche, it's best to be in one of these categories: health, wealth, and relationships, right? These are some of the most deepest human desires that everybody wants to improve in. Everybody wants to look better, be healthier, have a better relationship, and make more money. So it's best if your offer can be tied to one of these three categories somehow. Right? It doesn't have to be like super direct necessarily, but if you can tie your product with any of these core human needs, then you are going to do a lot better, no questions. And in terms of which one you should choose, I would say always look at where have you achieved the biggest transformation in your life. What is one area in your life that you've been able to go from A to B? And there is also a lot of other people who would like to know how you did that and how they can do the same for themselves. For me, for example, I started out as a freelance video editor, right? I simply wanted to make money, so I learned the skill of video editing, and then I started offering that to businesses, and I slowly started to make money with freelancing, right? So that was a huge transformation in my life, because that took me from making absolutely no money to making $3,000 to $5,000 a month as a college or high school student. Actually, I never even went to college, right? So that was a huge transformation, and I knew that other people also wanted to do the same. So I simply just took everything that I learned about video editing and how to get clients, and I put that into a program, and then I started selling it to people and they wanted to buy it. And that's how my digital product business basically started. So whatever it is for you, just try to dig deep in your history, find what that transformation is, and validate it first. Before you would build out a huge program and put hundreds of hours into it, start making some content, see if people actually want more help from you aside from that on a personal level, and then start selling it to a couple of people, even if it's at a cheap price or for free, just to get some proof of concept that you can actually get people results with whatever it is that you want to help them with. Get some testimonials, and trust me, from there everything is going to be way easier once you have proof that you are actually good at helping people with that specific thing. And then what do you need to build out next, right? What should you be focusing on really in the beginning? Well, I would highly suggest you to start making educational and also just experience-based YouTube content on YouTube, because it's one of the best platforms to build trust with people on a large scale. So start building an audience on YouTube, maybe also do some short-form content on the other platforms, and then from there, actually go ahead and build out a simple landing page. You should put all of these people's testimonials that you worked for free or you charged a very low amount for. So you have, again, social proof on your landing page, maybe make a simple few-minute explanation video explaining to people what your offer is and what you can help them with, and then also add a calendar. Again, all of this you can build out in GoHighLevel very, very simply. If you want to try it out, just click the link in the description down below where you can sign up for a free account. You can build all of this out in the free 30-day period, and they even offer a free onboarding call for new customers, so you should definitely take advantage of that. And again, the key thing is to not overcomplicate it. Set an upload schedule. Let's say you do 2 YouTube videos per week and you do a couple of shorts as well on the side. Start talking about whatever your transformation was and how you are helping people with your business. Just make videos about the most common questions and the biggest problems that people have in this space. Also share your personal journey that makes you different from everybody else. Build out your scheduler, your simple landing page, your CRM, which is super underrated, by the way. You should have a CRM where you're tracking all of your leads, your potential clients and existing clients as well in one place. So build all of this out in GoHighLevel, set up some email reminders and nurture sequences for people who book a call with you so they actually show up as well, and set up a simple client portal where you can start building out all of your training material, like your community there in one place. And then after that, once you have all of this set up and you are actively making content, just push people to a single link in the description of those videos, have a call to action in there as well, and just keep it simple, right? Just stick with this for the next 6 to 12 months, and I guarantee you, as long as you stay consistent with this, as long as you are actively trying to improve your videos every single time that you record them, you are going to be able to get traffic to your landing page. And then it's literally like your job to just keep improving that landing page so a higher percentage of people book a call who click on that. And then you just need to focus on your sales skills as well, so you close a higher percentage of people who book the sales call with you. And that's literally it. It's just a game of getting more traffic and more eyeballs on your offer, then having a landing page that converts people to book a call at a high percentage, and then converting those people who you actually sit down and talk to at a high percentage as well to paying clients. And then you just need to rinse and repeat, do more and more, and don't get too caught up in the numbers, right? I told you that I've made over $1 million with these businesses, but that didn't come all at once, right? It came over a long period of time. And at first, I just focused on getting my first couple of free clients who I could deliver a transformation to. Then I got testimonials from them, right? Then I focused on getting my first 5 paying clients at like $300. Then once I got that, I focused on getting my next 5 clients at $1,000. Then my next 5 at $1,500. Then my next 5 at $2,500, and so on and so on. So always just focus on whatever is in front of you. If you've never made $1,000 online in a single month, then don't worry yet about making 100K in a month. Just focus on your first 1,000. Then you focus on your first 5,000, then first 10,000. And as you move forward, as you improve your sales skills, your content creation skills, and your knowledge about YouTube and Instagram as platforms, as you focus on your landing page, making it better and better, as you focus on making your client experience better so they get better results, they recommend you even other friends that they have, like you will just simply have this snowball effect, and you just really lock in on this for the next 1 to 2 years, and you will find yourself making $20, $30, $50,000 a month in a couple of years. It doesn't happen quickly. At first, it feels super slow, but it's 100% possible. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you like a clarified overview of how do you actually get started in this very confusing online world. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. And again, if you want a tool that can help you basically with everything that you need to make a digital product work, then start your free trial with GoHighLevel in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.